2, 1.
Here we go!
Yo, we're filming episode 1 of the podcast. We don't even have a title for it, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're stoked about it. We've done we were looking at it the other day. We've done what we call pilot episodes of, 3 or 4 different formats. Founder chat has kind of been the more consistent one because we just turn on the camera and just start yapping. But we've done unboxed. The idea behind that was to bring guests on and kind of unbox them, kind of like unbox therapy, where the guys, are bringing in gear and unboxing it. We thought, why don't we bring in people and kind of uncover their stories? We might do that as a segment though of this, as we kind of figure out what we want to do with it. We've done Word Up, little inspirational thing with business. We might inject that into it. I think today we're going to talk about some tools. We're going to make today's episode a little more useful. So we'll talk about AI and some of the tools we've been using lately here at the agency, specifically around generative AI. So that's exciting. In fact, we got some cool music we're bumping right now. We'll throw that underneath the bed of this. You can hear it. But yeah, we're excited about it. Got the crew here, getting it done. And so more short content too. So you start seeing some of this stuff in your feeds, hopefully. And yeah, got a nice haircut for today, and I'm swagged out, man. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
She looks so cute.
Saluting. Yeah.
Ferrum Health is led by co-founder and CEO Pei-Lu Tran. That's it for this week's Startup Countdown. Tune in next week, and don't forget to follow, like, and share. All right, script number 2. Quarterly reviews for all the employees. So I put together these templates to give to Charlie, Nathan, and Ayrton. And then I have to go into their calendars. As you can see here, it's pretty chaotic. And I have to find time slots for each one of them for every single quarterly review. And being that it's supposed to be first week of October, possibly second week of October, but it's pretty chaotic. So we're actually going to go into the third week of October and wiggle our way in here somehow. So it's fun.
Rolling?
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to another vlog. Shout out to Zach and the team for bringing us back to YouTube. The Kanye House video, you can click it right here. Quite a few views considering we haven't haven't vlogged in a while, but the headline might seem misleading, but it's not. We are part owners of the Kanye House. We got our deed this weekend, and so shout out to Bellwood, the app and platform and company doing the micro investing and real estate. It's legit, it's for real, and we're meeting with them, I think, here in about a half hour again to help them out and see how we can make this platform more mainstream. And so again, we got the deed, it's all legit. We just gotta wait for the flip and the sale and all that to see our return. So super stoked about that. But man, what a crazy September it's been. We're probably looking at launching about 12 projects this month. It's just kind of crazy the way it lined up. Summer always gets a little crazy, I think. you would think people go out on vacations and stuff, but people in the startup world, especially right now with the rise of AI and the way the speed things are moving, everybody's working overtime. And so that includes us. And we've kind of taken on quite a bit, and it's sort of lined up that it's landed kind of right now in September. So it's pretty cool. It's exciting. I know you guys saw a little bit of the Gene Silico meeting we had a couple of weeks ago, and we've got another meeting today. Those guys, we're just rounding the bases now with the design there, and I can kind of show you here where we're at. So we've got precision oncology for everyone, and hopefully by the time this video is up, the site is up as well. So hopefully we're not showing you guys something that's not ready for consumption. So you'll see here, there's just a lot of stuff going on. We work together with the folks at Next Practices Group to sort of really pull this together, and there's a lot here, and a lot of work went into sort of figuring out their story as they're getting into AI for oncologists, and so it's really powerful. But that's, again, we're launching about 12 of these, so that's one of very many. We just launched GenLab Venture Studios website yesterday, and so those guys we met through our connections in Silicon Valley or in San Francisco. We did an event, a mixer, and I have footage of that as well, called AI Flow Riders. It's like it's a VC group of a bunch of venture capitalists that invest in AI, and so we hosted and sponsored a mixer in downtown San Francisco a few months ago, and it was awesome. Met a lot of great folks, and GenLab was one of them, one of many we met, and so we partnered up with them, just did some work for them, launched their site, and we're now looking at kind of like what the next thing is. And so that's one of many VCs that are part of this sort of 12 so-called brands or sites that we're launching. There's also Tecton Ventures. We met them through same sort of network. We've got Mata Capital, and Blitzscaling. We had already launched Blitzscaling Ventures, but we're doing some stuff with them right now in their academy, Blitzscaling Academy, working with Jeff and those guys, and also AI Salon. AI Salon is a meetup that Blitzscaling has put together. It's kind of a global one. It's sort of like Llama Lounge, which we've been a part of for the past, I don't know, year or so, except this is a global one. And we did some branding for them and some very specific assets for each chapter, each global chapter. So we've extended the brand to be sort of localized for each country. And there's chapters everywhere, Tokyo and Dubai, Mexico. You name it, there's a chapter probably in that country. And then we're doing some work for Numera. They're a CFO / accounting firm for startups. And so they're actually our current accounting firm. And so they were called My Startup CFO, and we helped them kind of rebrand, rename themselves, did a whole brand system for them. That website should be going up pretty soon here. Let's see what else. Ignite Talks. That one actually won't get launched this month, but that's another one we're working on. And they're partnered up with TED AI. And so they do, speeches and kind of like TED Talk style. And so we're kind of stoked about working with those guys. So we're in September, and there's more here that I'm not going to rattle off. It's too boring. But we're getting into October, which is Q4, and now San Francisco is having Tech Week, the week of the 8th. And so Nathan and I are flying to San Francisco to do an event with Omni Ventures, and that's another VC firm that we work with. We launched their site, I think, last month. And so those guys are cool. We're doing a sponsorship at that event. It's called Nexus, and it's featuring 50 VCs in AI and then 50 founders. And so we're gonna be a part of that. And then there's a Llama Lounge, which might be the last one, I'm not sure. But this Llama Lounge is that same week. And so we'll be there a few days in San Francisco for that. So there's a lot of stuff coming up. Hopefully we can get these 12 or so projects out the door here this month and just kind of prepare for Q4 and see what's next. But things are exciting. What else happened? We shot our first podcast, first official one with kind of this setup here last week. And so it was cool. We talked a lot about AI, our workflow that we're using, all the tools we're using. And I think there's going to be some value there in some of the stuff that we're talking about. In fact, here's a little preview of how we use those same tools that we talk about in that podcast here internally to do something a little bit fun with the team. So check that out. Peach was a good girl today. Nice. You were a good girl today. You were getting bullied. So how'd it go with Gene Silico?
Well, really good. I think they really liked the work. We kind of went through page by page. So
we're almost done, essentially. I mean,
yeah,
we're down to copy and some graphics.
Yeah, some diagrams.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of it's good to go, I think. So just tweaking here and there. So, and the next practices group's going to tweak the copy, so they have to focus on that. Yeah, and the developer's already started, right? He's cranking through it.
Yep.
So, yeah, it should be in good shape. Then they actually, they're really impressed by some of the progress we made. So that was really good. Nice to hear.
Are you an expert in oncology?
I am now. Precision oncology. Deep precision oncology.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deep precision oncology.
Yes. And generative AI models that talk to each other and all that kind of stuff. Speaking of which, have you played with the new OpenAI model that came out?
No.
The O1?
This is the one that can write code and...
Well, it can reason.
Yeah, right. It thinks before it
reasons. Answers. Yeah.
Right.
So you can ask it a question and it kind of goes through. You can see it thinking about it. You can actually have it show the work and it'll it's like internal dialogue. Right. First I thought about this and then I thought about that. And so you can kind of follow the work.
Yeah, no, I haven't gotten too deep with it.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm like, I don't think anything I do requires that level of
no, you just do it.
Thinking, right? Like, I'm like, this is for people doing like much more complex work.
Yep.
But it is funny because I'm just like, man, is this where, like, is AI right where I need it, and like this is as far as I need it to go, and then, you know what I mean? Like it just from here on out, it's just gonna be too much for me.
Too much, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And switching gears here, we got the Box Pod.
Oh yeah, show the new.
We're working on a little
our new logo for this thing.
So we had some ideas here initially, right? With the box, the pod, trying to use squares, kind of playing off the box idea. And you know what's kind of cool about this too is that we have the OG marquee behind us, which is the box. Just kind of cool. So we're trying to incorporate it here a little bit.
Yeah. It's
kinda-
kind of hard to read. That's the
Yeah, it got hard, it got lost, and so kind of went back to the kind of a microphone idea. It's kind of where we ended up, and so it's still got a box around it. A little easier to read, I think.
problem.
So we're playing around with it here, kind of in use. You know, what does that look like? Still playing around with these, right?
Yep.
You can start to see, right, what it looks like. Maybe it hangs out here, maybe in the center. I don't know, right? Could be cool.
Look at those shots,
But
man.
yeah,
Look
man,
at
that's-
sharp.
That looks profesh.
Hey, what is going on?
Almost like we know what we're doing here.
Yeah, we're going to step up our game.
If only we knew what we were talking about. We could legitimize it. But
Right.
yeah, no, we're excited.
Yeah, that's fun.
Will it be launched by the time this comes out?
It will be.
Oh,
So
yeah.
check it out. Click right here. Or it's gonna be. Are we putting it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Put the little thumbnail here. In fact, let's do this. At the end of our vlogs, do one of those cool screens that just hangs out with the branding, and then you can kind of put the, you know, the subscribe and then the 2 thumbnails. Some music with some AI music. Suno music.
Yes.
Yeah. Did we hear some of that music already?
They just messed just
Yeah. Sightbox unboxed, now we open the door.
Sightbox unboxed.
Like never before. The name high, here we got them sure. Found this, the vision is pure. Tune in right now, learn the latest intent. We're talking breakthroughs, checking what's next. The future is
Yeah, well, follow me.
Look at the again.
Found that every voice is near. BOXPOD, bring it cheer. Listen up close, we're sharing the keys. From tech evolution to AI degrees. Spotlight on dreams when the vision grows.
The set right
Everything
here.
you need in the pod that show. Faith in AI, we see the future clear. Here to reach you here, no need to fear. Founders from founders, every voice is near. BOXPOD, bring it cheer. Listen up close, we're sharing the keys. From tech evolution to AI degrees.
It's a throwback, major throwback. This is the current logo right here, but OG right here.
No need to fear. Founders from founders, every voice is near. BOXPOD, bring it cheer.
That's the track right there. Dude, our kids, tell them, our kids hate,
Oh, they ate it.
they hate these tracks and they sniff them out like that. You can't trick kids. They're like, hey, check out this song. They're like, cringe. Cringe. I don't know, maybe it's because we're old.
They don't have anything. It's cool.
We think it's cool, but it literally took 10 seconds to create, so.
Here, Pete, show me your skills. Ready? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Come on, do it again. Do it again. You do it. You can do it. Ready? Oh!
Nice.
Oh, I know. Good job.
Yeah, yeah. Sightbox unboxed, now we open the door. New podcast dropping like never before. Tapping AI, here we got the cure. Founders for founders, the vision is pure. Tune in right now, learn the latest.
Look at this. Do not open until 1985. If you know the reference, comment below. Comment below. Oh yeah, look at the back. I'm gonna give it away right here, but this is some OG stuff right here. So another week, another crazy busy week here at Sightbox. We're actually working on a pitch this morning for a pretty notable Silicon Valley investor, a guy named Bill Gurley. As you can see here, he's got a blog called Above the Crowd. The guy's like 6'9". He's super tall, so kind of a cool title for a blog because it's literal and metaphoric, I guess. He does stand above everybody usually, but he's been in the business for I mean, I don't know, 20 plus years, maybe more. And so we're putting together a little bit of a pitch here of how we might approach his blog. He's looking to kind of revamp it. I think it's a little outdated, and he wants to start publishing more content. He's very active on X, Twitter X, and so he does want to sort of bring those two things together. So as you see here, we're kind of going with a little bit more of a modern typeface, and believe it or not, we're trying to incorporate some of these Texas colors because he's a huge Texas guy. I believe he's in Austin, even though he's a Silicon Valley guy, and he graduated from the University of Texas. And so as you see here, we're using the main primary color from the Texas logo and palette there to sort of kind of tie into his personal brand a little bit. So he might like it, he might hate it, who knows, but we're gonna kick this over to him today, hopefully, and see what he thinks, and hopefully he likes it and wants to move forward. So and again, Twitter X for the win. You know, we've already, you know, as mentioned in previous videos, we started working with the prophet Marcus Lemonis. That whole thing started on X in January. It turned into, you know, unlimited, countless, I'll say, projects. And so that's just the power of kind of like social media and putting yourself out there a little bit and not having much of an ego when it comes to reaching out to people. And that was probably the biggest lesson I learned, because I did have, I would say, somewhat of an ego for the last, I don't know, 5 years or so, where I'm like, I'm not going to reach out or do pitches or do spec work anymore because we've so-called, you know, we've so-called made it. You know, we were already doing the stuff we want to do, working with people we want to work with. But drop the ego, man. Just put yourself out there. You might look like a fool sometimes, but it definitely can pay off. And so same thing with Bill. You know, I was having an exchange with him on X, and then went to DM and then email. And so that's the progression, you know, and even if it turns into nothing, I've got his contact information. We're going to keep doing what we do. And one day we might cross paths, or he might see something from a startup or another VC that we work with and say, oh, I recognize that name, you know, Sightbox or whatever it is. And, you know, that's where the payoff is. And so hopefully this works out though. I'm really excited about it. And Bill, it's funny enough, I've seen, you know, him speak at different events and followed him on Twitter for a long time, but it was really cool to see him portrayed in that series called Super Pumped, the Uber, the Travis / Uber series that was out on, I think, Hulu. Super good show, and he was portrayed in that, and it was cool to see how they portrayed him, and now you got the dogs barking because we got Peach and Presley here in the office. So we got more to come. Stay tuned. Keep watching.
Good morning. Come on in. Hi everyone. How are you doing? I'm Andres. They call me Uru because I'm from Uruguay, a little great country in South America, deep south of America. And I was invited by Charlie to show you how was my day. You can join me. So this is how my day kicks off. So with this amazing view. So this is my view of Porto Alegre. That is the capital city of Rio Grande do Sul, a big state here in Brazil, where I'm living right now. So as you notice, we have a pretty crazy weather here. It's a very windy and rainy day. But that makes a perfect day for a mate, and I'm going to show you what it is. Mate is a traditional drink that we consume in this area, this part of the continent, in countries like Uruguay, Argentina, the south of Brazil, and Paraguay, of course. It's a drink kind of like a tea, but made with yerba mate, that is a gift from Paraguay. Indigenous people from Paraguay, Guaranis, used to drink that drink. And then it was adopted by the gauchos back in the era. So I'm going to show you how to prepare it. You basically need two things, maybe three. Yerba mate, hot water, little of patience. So this is my team, Peñarol. This is my football team, and this is what the yerba mate looks like. Let me show you. Let me introduce you my partner here, cameraman.
Good morning, people. My name is João Vicente.
So you feel this cuya, it's called here in Brazil, from a dry pumpkin or something name. Then you shake it to put all the tiny powder above and let it rest a couple of minutes. While you do that, you can fill up this bottle. Okay, I'm gonna show you the finish process. It's a very common thing to put it in here, a very Uruguayan thing to put it in here. And then you need to cover up the upper hole, insert it very carefully this way, okay? And then you need to slowly fill it up. Okay, so this is how it looks. If you get a little foam in there, it's a sign that you did it very good. Okay, now my day just started. And here's where the magic happens every day. So this is the corner to get stuff done and where I connect Sightbox daily since 2020. And that makes me the oldest, I think, because it's gonna be like 5 years soon. So I'm the oldest right now, I think. And I'm not only talking about my age. The view that I love rainy days. Okay, so now we're gonna take this little fellow here to college. And by the way, he does a decent job, doesn't he?